If your life suddenly feels different, if certain people feel different, if things that once felt normal now feel heavy, don't ignore that, because sometimes, before God changes your life, He changes what your spirit can tolerate. And the dangerous part is, most people mistake awakening for confusion. They think they're lost, but they're actually changing. There comes a moment in life where you begin to feel disconnected from things you were once deeply connected to. Places, conversations, habits, people. And at first, you don't fully understand why, because nothing dramatic happened, nothing visibly changed, but internally, something shifted, and suddenly, the things that once felt comfortable start feeling exhausting. You begin noticing things you ignored before, energy you tolerated before, patterns you accepted before, and now, your spirit reacts differently to them because your awareness is changing, and awareness changes everything. It changes what you accept, what you tolerate, what you allow near you, and that shift can feel incredibly uncomfortable because awakening is uncomfortable, growth is uncomfortable, outgrowing old versions of yourself is uncomfortable, especially when you spent years attached to them. And that's why so many people resist it, because clarity forces decisions. Once you truly see something, you cannot unsee it. And deep down, that's exactly what's happening to you right now. You're seeing things differently, not because you're negative, not because you suddenly changed personalities, but because God is opening your eyes, little by little, moment by moment. He's making you aware of what no longer aligns with where you are going. And the hardest part about that is that not everyone can come with you. Not every habit can stay. Not every environment can remain. Because transformation requires separation. You cannot evolve spiritually while staying attached to everything that kept you spiritually asleep. And that creates tension inside you. Because part of you wants growth, while another part wants familiarity. Part of you feels called toward something greater, while another part is afraid of letting go. And that internal battle is exhausting, because growth doesn't only change your future, it changes your present, it changes your relationships, your mindset, your priorities, your energy. The things you once chased start losing meaning, and the things you once ignored start becoming important. Peace becomes important. Purpose becomes important. Alignment becomes important. And suddenly, you stop wanting to force things. You stop wanting to beg for connection. You stop wanting to stay where your spirit feels heavy, and that can feel lonely, because awakening often creates distance before it creates alignment. You start feeling separated from the old version of your life before the new version fully arrives. And that in-between space can feel incredibly confusing, because externally, everything may still look the same, but internally, you know something is changing. You know you're not the same anymore. And once that realization begins, there is no going back, because your spirit recognizes what your mind is still trying to hold on to. And that's why certain things feel heavier now. Not because you're weak, but because your soul is no longer comfortable in places it has outgrown. And that realization changes everything. Because now, you have a decision to make. Do you continue forcing yourself to stay connected to things that drain you? Do you continue ignoring the signs? Do you continue pretending that your spirit is not asking for change? Or do you finally listen? Because God does not always speak through loud miracles. Sometimes He speaks through discomfort, through disconnection, through the quiet realization that something no longer fits. And the more you ignore that feeling, the louder it becomes. Because God is not trying to punish you. He's trying to wake you up to your purpose, wake you up to your direction. wake you up to the life you are actually meant to live. And the scary part about awakening is that it changes everything. Once your eyes open, you cannot go back to sleeping spiritually. You cannot go back to pretending. You cannot go back to settling. Because now you know. Now you feel it. Now you recognize that your life is trying to move in a different direction. And that direction requires courage. Because growth requires letting go. It requires trusting God enough to leave behind what no longer aligns, even when it's uncomfortable, even when it's lonely, even when you don't fully know what comes next. Because clarity does not come all at once. It comes through movement, through obedience, through trusting the shift before you fully understand it. And that's where you are now, at the beginning of awakening, at the beginning of transformation, at the beginning of becoming someone different. And even though part of you feels scared, another part of you knows this change is necessary, because your spirit is tired of surviving in places it was never meant to stay. And that exhaustion you feel is not weakness. It's a sign that your soul is asking for more peace, more purpose, more alignment, more truth. And God is leading you toward it right now, even if you don't fully see it yet, even if everything still feels uncertain, because awakening always feels confusing before it feels clear. But one day, you will look back at this season and realize this was the moment everything changed. This was the moment your eyes opened. This was the moment you stopped ignoring what God was trying to show you. And maybe the hardest part of all of this is realizing that the old version of your life cannot come with you anymore. Because sometimes we pray for growth, but resist the separation that growth requires. We ask God to change our lives while still holding on to the things that keep us stuck. The habits, the environments, the people, the mindset. And deep down, you already know what no longer aligns. You feel it every time your energy changes around certain people. You feel it every time something inside you says, "This is not for me anymore." But letting go is difficult because familiarity feels safe, even when it hurts you, even when it drains you, even when it keeps you spiritually asleep. And that's why awakening feels lonely at first. Because before God brings the right things into your life, He often removes what no longer belongs there. And removal feels painful when you don't yet see the purpose behind it. But one day, you will. One day you'll realize God was not destroying your life. He was rebuilding it, piece by piece, thought by thought, decision by decision, until eventually, you become someone who no longer settles for what keeps your spirit heavy. Someone who no longer ignores their inner conviction. Someone who finally trusts the direction God has been trying to lead them toward all along. And that version of you already exists inside you right now. That's why you feel this shift so strongly. That's why certain things suddenly feel unbearable. That's why your soul feels restless. Because part of you already knows you are not meant to stay where you are. You are being called higher, closer, deeper, into a life that actually aligns with who God created you to become. And yes, that path may feel uncomfortable at first, but discomfort is temporary. Alignment changes your life forever. So let this be your prayer. God, help me stop ignoring what you are trying to show me. Give me the courage to outgrow what no longer aligns, and help me trust the direction you are leading me toward, even when change feels uncomfortable. Because I know you are waking me up for a reason. If you feel this, comment, "I'm awake," and subscribe for daily reflections.